B.
What's happening, in the world? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun.
Aye.
Here at Where Media Meets Studios, in conjunction with VJ TV, Feral Films, History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions. Shout out to the Venus Lounge, Drop Knock. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Before we even start, happy birthday to Chico.
Hey, Chico,
Man,
happy
birthday was
birthday,
yesterday.
man. This is in your honor.
For Chico, man. Cheek Daisy, the homie.
Cold cheese.
Yeah. Don't you know it's Friday? What's today? August 16th. Yeah, this month is speeding by, man.
Year ago
Summer
yesterday,
about to be over.
Third anniversary of the death of the great Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah. Thought it was his birthday too.
Was it his birthday?
His birthday was just
Oh,
passed.
okay. I knew it was
If I'm not
something in the
mistaken.
occasion.
It was his birthday just passed. Yeah. So it's always been crazy, interesting shit around the world
Right.
of hip hop entertainment and
Yeah.
just all around fuckery bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening with it? How your week been?
Well, man, everything been epic. You know what I'm saying? Seeing another week of Shang Tao looking ridiculous in the city of Oakland.
Oh, she doing dumb shit still?
Yeah, some people put up barricades
Oh.
to slow down reckless drivers and made their own roundabouts, right? And the city came and immediately removed them. And it was in one of those type of neighborhoods that was actually one of her last types of support.
Mm-hmm.
And now they on there in the news talking about she don't care about public safety. And
You
this,
talking
that,
about the white things and the yellow things they put in the street?
Yeah, they was putting that. They was putting tires in other neighborhoods.
I seen somebody doing people doing videos riding through them already. Like fuck these things.
Mm-hmm.
Town is just crazy, man.
Cold part about it is, man, when you pull over a lot of the people that's doing the wildest things, them driver's licenses gonna say Union City,
Free ride,
stuff like that. People come in, they act a fool, they tear up, they create this atmosphere,
mm-hmm.
and then they go back home at night and sleep wherever they, live in peace.
Mm-hmm. It's the cold part about it. You're absolutely right. That is just that fucking sucks. What else been cracking this week?
Oh shoot,
Anthony Margaret, what's up, man? Oh, that fool, he's still in Brazil.
Yeah, man.
Do your thing, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Explore the world, bro.
Passport, bro.
That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's we need more. Y'all need to get out and view the world, man. Live.
But just view it, man. Don't treat it like a weekend in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Really go and, do some cultural things.
Right.
Meet some people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just go to the fly nightclub. Go to the little lounges. The kids got a soccer game. Go to that. Like, really immerse yourself in the culture, as opposed to just going over and trying to knock some of them down and get drunk. Treating it like it's a weekend in Vegas or Miami.
Trying to attend Mocha Fest and shit.
I went with a group on a cruise one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had this choice where we could go to the shopping center, or we could go see these ancient pyramids.
Okay.
I'm like, let's go see the pyramids, man. I got hella fucking outvoted.
You wanted to go shop? Nobody wanted to go see the history, the real shit?
Didn't give a fuck. Niggas only wanted to go get the deals on Jordans or whatever.
What's up, Earth? That vibe tuning in. What's happening, man?
What's happening?
Appreciate you. Yeah, that's the people got to get out and go have fun. Yeah, motherfuckers want to do shopping. You go shopping anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You got a place to be like, man, you got to go shopping here. I understand that shit, but to be able to go out and see some shit way before you and understand some culture, different places, and just experience that shit, man, that's dope.
Because, if I just want a drunken night on the strip, I'm going to Vegas. But if I'm in a whole nother country, I'm going to be like, man, tell me about who live over here, who live this, what's the historical,
right.
That's why when I go on them cruises and go to them different countries, we get on the tours sometimes.
Yes.
I'm always sit up front and ask the person questions. Other people literally be on there asking, "Is the drugs cheap?" You know, silly shit like that. And I'd be like,
man,
man,
I heard you get Viagra hella cheap out here.
How was the?
That shit?
Yeah, we can get Percocets. Take us to the pharmacy, and I'd be like, okay. What's the history of slavery here? What's the history and how did people integrate?
The people revolted and
then people show me they money and Queen Elizabeth is on the money, and I'm like, why y'all got Queen Elizabeth on your money in the Caribbean? And then they give me a history of the island. But like I said, everybody else want to know, can we get Percocets in the pharmacy?
Oh, that's the bullshit.
Can you get Viagra?
People I don't want to go on vacation with.
We can get a bottle of rum for $2. You know, like, come on, man. We're in a whole nother country.
Experiencing the world.
We someplace that, man, our grandparents could have lived to 100, man, and they outside of they was born in Texas, Louisiana, they ain't never been nowhere else. And I'm in a whole nother country.
Right.
I got an obligation to live this shit to the fullest.
Exactly. Supposed to live it and just love it and have fun with it.
Yeah, it's just bananas.
Oh, y'all could have. Oh, see, you was supposed to. That vibe said they could have been on today. Man, hit me up. Hit me up. We had y'all. Yeah, you was supposed to be reaching out to.
It sound good. If I contact Rachel, she ain't gonna respond for 4 days, and Lori take 12 days to respond.
Well, reach out. It's all good. So what's been going on in the news lately? Matter of fact, Camouflage should be here in a little bit. You know, he had his video shoot last week at the pool party with Fab and them. That party looked nice.
Yeah, it really did, man. You know what I'm saying? I almost would have took the risk of being the old man in the club.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, you know, I let the mad at.
But shoot, man, you know, I've just been. It's just really, man, just these politics, man. They wilding over there. Cause some of these Republicans, like they just had a rally, and they had a black man out there selling shirts that said Kamala's a hoe, and the other one, don't vote no on the hoe. And all I could think about is that so I'm older. I'm old school.
Right.
The pure lack of decorum and civility, you know what I'm saying? You know, just the pure. And I know when people get talking about, man, decorum or standards, some people get talking about, that's cancel culture or whatever, but no. Like, part of what people get talking about America's bad. Say all kinds of vulgar things, and if you say, hey, man, let's conduct ourselves on the whatever, man, but no, it's like people be like, oh, who you gonna vote for, this one, that one? And I say, well, I think one of them is a bullshitting politician who's pandering to win, right? But I think one of them is a crass, vulgar individual, and I ain't never kicked it with crass and vulgar individuals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kicked it around D-boys. I was a D-boy. I have no moral qualms about that, right?
Right.
But I ain't never kicked it around pimps. I ain't never kicked it around scam artists. I ain't never kicked it with thieves. I ain't never kicked it with lowlifes in general. A lot of people get on these internets and they talk for hours about rats. We don't fuck with rats and this and that, right? But rats ain't the only vermin out here. There's snakes. There's snakes. There's weasels. So even though you ain't kicking it with no rats and you against rats, you'll kick it with a rat. I mean, you'll kick it with a snake. You'll kick it with a weasel. So in other words, no matter what you do, you still run with and associate with low life individuals. And even when I was in the streets, I never fucked with low lives.
Grifters.
I never fucked with low lives. Yeah. And now, and when I look at dude running for office, even though he went to prep school and he's a billionaire and he's from that elite, I still see a low life.
Right.
Underneath the suits and the billions and all that, I still see a low life individual, and based on that, and when I look over here, oh girl, I see a scammer. I see somebody pandering. Somebody talking about they was listening to Tupac in their dorm room. You know, I see a pander, right? But then when I look at the character, I say, fuck it. If I gotta support one, I'm gonna support the person that's just trying to hustle, not the person who's just a low life. And in regular life, I see a lot of my young folks, and a lot of people I know, a lot of people I'm kin to, and they really do kick it with individuals or have people around them that's really not cool. Y'all gotta have some discernment on your circle. Cats like me and him, our circles are very small. We know a lot of people. We cool with everybody, but there's very few people who can say they've actually darkened our doorstep. There's very few people who really can say they really know us, because you gotta have some discernment on the individuals that you really let play a significant role in your life.
Because that shit do rub off on you.
Yeah.
And you be guilty by association.
You know. Yeah, you really can be, and you got it, man. So, you know, and a lot of the problem in our life is that we just got a lot of low vibrational things going on, and that's why no matter how smart we are, no matter how much we work, and we go to work every day, we go to school, we do all these things, we can't seem to prosper.
Right.
Because you got some 3 a.m. shit.
That shit they get at 3 in the morning.
You know.
If you ain't paying attention, that shit go over your head like my balls.
Right. This thing. Let me hurry up and drink it, then if it's cracked.
You need a new one? One of the things I saw was who was it? This is it's a Pilgrim, the Republican chick running for what is she running for? DA or something, whatever, in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
She's saying that she'll drop the case against Young Thug if she's elected. That's pandering like a motherfucker to the melanated community. Yeah. But also, what you really want to do is get in so you can dismiss Trump shit. That's that bullshit. Yeah, because
you saw that pattern, like, oh, I dismiss cases, period.
Right.
But
we all, I mean, for the people that's smarter than the average bear, you know, I see right through that shit. Because that's pandering to the black community there. Oh, we got to get her in. She says she's going to drop the case against Young Thug. We need free the Thug. Free him. Free Jeffrey.
And you know, here's the thing. I'm going to say something that might go against some people's black man code. But why are we freeing Young Thug? Can someone look, and say that, and I understand that whole concept to free all the soldiers on lockdown, this and that, man. I bought into all that shit the majority of my life. Yeah. But at this stage in my life, when my sons walk out the door, I pray to God that they don't stop and get gas someplace where somebody's going to pull up and try to punk them out the pump, cut them off, or just be hoorahing in general, and if they ain't grinning, decide that they done disrespected them. And now they killing one of my children. So at this stage of my life, no, I ain't finna be neighborhood watch. No, I ain't finna be testifying against each other. Certain things is ingrained in me, but I'm also not gonna shed no tears when dudes who have wreaked havoc on our community end up getting what's coming to them. I'm sorry, and I know that goes against the code. It's supposed to be free everybody, and I know if a cat do certain things, we supposed to talk about how it's society's fault and society failed them and this and that. I know all that, right? But I be personalizing this because I did a count the other day, and I realized first friend I ever had got murdered when I was 13. He had just turned 14, and he got murdered over a dispute involving his big sister. Since that time, people that I grew up with, people that I was related to, people I went to school with, I was on the team with, I realized that 28 of them was murdered. Many of them didn't see mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
I even have siblings who was murdered. And then maybe dozens more who've been shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this and that, right? And then many of them who also did shootings, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a son that's incarcerated right now for shootings. But I just thought about it like, man, I might got some type of PTSD. And at this age in my life, it's not free all the soldiers on lockdown with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, you know, some of you niggas is where you supposed to be, man. And you a menace. You know, you just was a menace, man. And even if they would have gave you opportunities, this and that, you had poor income. Treat everything like you was disrespected. So now, or you really like the bitch really like him, so now you decide you don't like him. But you gonna say it's not about the bitch. You gonna say the nigga disrespect you, but really it's because the chick you was sweet on, this and that.
A lot of the beefs and all the shit always center around a woman usually.
I mean, look at it. They wrote about it in them ancient histories. Helen of Troy. The whole world went to war. This dude snatched the other dude's chick.
Right.
The whole war. You know, the whole war went to war. Floods here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, though, is that when they be talking about freeing cats,
Yeah.
I really be like, so he can kill my son? So he can kill your son?
Exactly.
So he can kill Fly's son?
Yeah, we need better representation, you know. Just like I'll wait till y'all Flies come in, but it's been a lot. Tuning in. Let's see who's tuning in. Cuz of Sunshine, what's happening? Rita, what's good? Shanna, what's happening?
Once more, the boy Fly's in the building.
Fly's in the building. Fly's in the shirt. What's good? Yeah. So, one of the things, you think that one's cracked? You can get another one. Rock salt.
Oh,
I don't think it is, but
oh, maybe I just pour it bad.
yeah, you better bad pour it. What's good, my guy?
What's up, brother?
You know what? That's one way to find out.
Yeah, one way to find out.
What's up, man?
Water test that bitch real quick.
Oh, yeah. So
Let's
one
see
of the
what it
things I
does.
seen the other day that kind of broke my heart, and you know, being in the town, I seen that story about the mother of 8
Mm-hmm.
that just got shot the other day.
Shout out to her. Rest in peace.
Condolences to her family.
I actually know her mother, Blanca. Been knowing her for a long time, since the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Really nice lady. I know her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Know her sister. Blanca's works in the mental health field. And she actually works with Priya.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Priya.
And so,
Priya.
you know, but man, truly
That
truly
situation-
tragic.
And I saw the video.
It's tragic on all sides.
Yeah, it is. I saw
So
the
she's
video.
dead, and now them youngsters is gonna
Yeah.
be washed, and it was really over spitting Annie shit.
Yeah, that's just
Where was that at though?
Hilton.
Yeah, close off of Fairfax.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's just
You really gotta get some emotional control on both sides, because there was an action that she took that, whereas from a moral relative's point, it shouldn't have cost her her life.
true.
But you gotta have some discernment.
Yeah,
I've been in situations where I want to check a youngster, right?
mm-hmm.
But my discernment told me, if you do approach this, don't get hyphy with it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in fact, the last time this happened, and I told Blood, you need to be cool, man. I said, but hey, I ain't trying to put you down or nothing like that. We'll do it. I talked to him, and he said, I appreciate you, OG. And then his partner went to shake my hand and said, yeah, and his partner actually had an AR up his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
If I would have got hyphy with him, it would have escalated.
It was
And
ready.
his partner had something right there to the side.
Yeah.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? But my
Right,
wisdom told me, I felt I needed to address it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But something told me, let me address it properly. So I put my hand on my shoulder and I talked to him. He said, I appreciate it. Then the very same youngster came to my birthday party. When y'all was there at my birthday party.
Yeah.
He came to my birthday party and he told me, he said, hey man, I ain't never met nobody your age. At first I laughed, but then I realized he was serious. His father died young. He never knew nobody my age, and he was like, what I need to do to get to be your age, OG? And I said, hey man, slow down on some of the street activity. I know you gotta do what you gotta do. But I mean, we ended up with a rapport. Right. And now every time I sing, we got a rapport. And I feel like I'm a positive influence. Right. But if I would have got Gorilla on the shit, they being Pelican Bay, and I being Rolling Hills. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta have, and it don't make you no punk, but you gotta have wisdom because you're dealing with people with undeveloped emotions.
You never know what somebody
and firepower.
Yeah, I assume everybody packing when I be out.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I give them the benefit of the doubt,
and I hope everybody assume I am.
It's just so many things that I would have done. So let me rephrase it. It's so many things that I've done like in my later years of my life, where I've been like, you lucky I wasn't younger, or even thought about like, if I was younger, I would have did this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just sometimes, man, a lot of these youngsters ain't thinking; they just living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like we talked about Julio's killers, right? Right. So you got bruh riding around in his mama car, and did a hit in his mama's car, all on the Ring camera, taking duffel bags in and out.
You know, his own family gave that Ring camera up. And somebody, I was watching on Reddit, and somebody said, man, his family told on him. And I said, no. Let's say I'm 50-some years old, and my random nephew shows up out the blue. Okay, hey, nephew, good to see you. And then the feds are swarming all over my house. Hey, fuck that. You need to get that shit.
They're taking it though automatically.
Yeah, because they can subpoena that shit.
Yeah. But I'm just saying though, is that when I was out there, I wouldn't have never brought nothing.
Yeah, you don't
to
bring
one of my older
to the
relatives' house. In fact,
I definitely ain't doing no hit in my mama's car though. For real.
But I'm just saying, when I would be in situations when somebody would even get word or something and ask me about it, I'd be like, ain't nothing for you to worry about. That's out there. That was my whole separate life. Right. That was out there. I never bring nothing. But I also grew up in a generation where niggas that might be like, damn, he with his mama, he with his auntie. I would get him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they trying to do that shit.
You know, I would get him, but you know, he with his family. We'll see that nigga.
It's like
family was out the mix. But you know like that boy was
points on the game now.
But speaking that boy was so stupid. Do you know when they raided his house? Remember a year ago, Julio got shot in the foot. Yeah. They did a drive-by on him. Blood had bullets from that shooting in his house.
And in the Forerunner he got caught up in.
Yeah. Like, how you still have bullets from a drill you did a year ago still in your possession? Like,
and then had the Glocks all out on the table when they, like, nigga, y'all ain't even no, but then the craziest part is the nigga went to jail and then got out.
You stupid.
And then didn't even hide the shit when he came home.
Yeah, like, oh, they own me. I probably came home and burnt my house down.
Think about that.
Like, you're not going to get any evidence out this motherfucker. I'm going to burn it. They was functionally retarded.
Had the poster up on the wall of middle finger to, you know what I'm saying, or one down or whatever the shit was.
You know what's really funny though is that the one dude that was doing all that, they still don't even know what his motivation. The other dude, the dude who came out with the dog and all that, Julio's homie killed his brother.
Right. Yeah.
So we know what his motivation was. We don't even know what these other cats' motivations was, you know, like to even participate in this. And now, they probably, you know, they 19, 20, 21. They probably will never get out of prison. In Florida, they will give you life without possibility and tell you be thankful it wasn't the death penalty.
So thankfully I stay out of all that. You know, I be like, who is who? A bunch of these people, I be like, I don't know who the fuck they is, because I don't be into all that.
But
it's just,
when we was
the
young,
same.
I-
Yeah, exactly. We was young. We did wild shit.
I hate to say that I was one of those
plenty of
dudes
nights
that
when I was a
if
youngster.
somebody came, I wasn't a born crash out dummy,
Yeah.
but there were certain dudes that I wanted to be, and I call this because I was fatherless. I wanted to be on their team so bad that if they said, "Come on, we finna go do X, Y, Z," I'd hop in the car, no questions asked.
Right.
But the Lord, what they say, the Lord looks after fools and babies. I was a fool, so the Lord looked after me, so I didn't have any long-term repercussions. So I have sympathy for crash out dummies because I understand that, you know, you could be under certain influences. But then on the other hand, like I said, I got sympathy, but then sometimes I look at how some of these dudes is crashing out, and I'm saying, if I would have had the benefit of the access to this modern knowledge, if I'd had the access to this bigger picture of the world, nowhere in the world will I be a crash out dummy in 2024. Because I got access to knowledge. I see people sitting there talking about, man, I just did 26 years. I got access to that. So even without trying to educate yourself, you see so many horror stories and people get caught up that you gotta wonder, how in 2024 is somebody stupid enough to drive to another city, be all on camera, they got the locations off the license plates, this and that, like
texting each other. I'm popping champagne and
Right.
right after the murder, like, you don't even delete the shit or nothing when you get out of jail, bud. Come on, bud. You went to jail, bud, and got out.
they could arrest
and you didn't hide the guns nowhere.
you. Like,
But that's what showed me that motherfuckers really will kill you and just think about it later. You know what I mean? Like, that's the crazy part about society these days. Like, you look at these niggas and when they sitting in that courtroom facing life and they don't have that same look about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most of if you ain't
And she pregnant.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right, Aunt.
So, you know, now they looking like, oh shit, I done killed this nigga, man, and I don't even know these niggas, and you know what I mean? Just crazy shit, but like, yeah, you know, shit.
Shit's crazy all over. And I mean, the thing about it is, the cold thing is these situations.
But see, that's the thing, Mark. You see, that they do got wasn't really in the trenches. He just outlived everybody, so now he's still around. So he's getting the OG title by default. So he's still trying to do stupid shit to prove himself. So it's really the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The blind leading the blind, because there's a lot of cats running around. I've had the recent occasion to run into some cats that was referring to themselves as legends, and I'm looking at the same age as me, and I'm looking at them like, nigga, what legendary shit did you do? And they telling these tall tales, and I'm sitting there like, nigga, I was there.
Right.
And I've even seen about a month ago, a youngster got into an altercation on
You
Seminary.
put the wrong person.
A
That
person,
wasn't it.
No.
a youngster got into an
It was, but
altercation
you
on
put the wrong
Seminary,
end.
right? And this other cat I know who's now an OG, started telling the nigga, if it was me,
Martin, right?
he
That's
would
his last
do,
name, right?
you know, he would do these things, right? And after he got through talking and gassing this youngster up about what he would have did if that would happen to him, after he left, I told the youngster, I said, hey, I wasn't trying to put dude on blast, but I've seen dude get slapped and not fight back. Like literally get slapped. And the thought of even throwing up his hands in his own defense never even crossed his mind. That nigga, when he was your age, didn't do none of that powerful shit that he advising you. I said, if you're going to go crash out, but don't go crash out in that nigga's word, because when that nigga was in the same situation, he didn't do none of that shit. I seen that nigga get slapped. I seen with my own two eyes, I seen that nigga get slapped and doesn't even fight back.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Now why he telling you, nigga, woo. I said, don't listen to that dumb shit. You let the shit go when it happens. Now you over here, don't let this nigga gas you up to go back around there and act a fool, because when he was in your age and your circumstances, he didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
He didn't do none of that powerful shit, and the youngster went there on and went home. Called it a night. Just took it as, I told him, I said, man, sometimes you gotta take that as an L. I said, man, I said one of the main rules in this game is get off where you get mad at, or let the shit go.
Yeah. True that.
Don't go home and dwell on the shit. Don't go home and let another nigga put a battery in your back. If it was that serious, then get off where you get mad at, or take it or chalk it to the game, and go on home, and learn not to
never let it happen again.
Exactly, don't put yourself in that situation again.
Exactly.
And stuff, but and that's the thing. You got a lot of, like I was saying earlier, you got a lot of so-called OGs.
Yeah.
That's giving these youngsters advice and game that ain't real, because they didn't live up to none of that.
And on the other end, you got what showed me about the case that we was just talking about that's currently going on. Like, the OGs didn't do shit for them niggas, cause like, bruh, you ain't telling these niggas nothing. Like, they are, like, you ain't telling these niggas, like, y'all niggas is both the niggas in different gangs. They go kill him, you know what I'm saying, on some rival gang shit. Really, is what it boils down to. And your OGs ain't telling you, like, nigga, like, or at least giving you the right advice. Like, everything they did was stupid. Like, everything they did, like, they didn't have no guidance. That was really some
like, they never watched an episode of the first 48 or nothing.
Bruh, and just willy-nilly, bruh. Just willy-nilly, bruh. So
the cold part about it, which is the double-edged sword, is in our generation coming up as kids, like you said, you had OGs,
it was a structure, man.
You had etiquette, who would be like, oh, wait a minute, this kid doing something, oh, wait a minute, that's such and such son. It's already point blank, nigga. This nigga can't touch no part of nothing. It's a whole different. That whole shit fell off in the 80s, early 90s. You can't touch nothing.
You can't touch nothing.
Yeah, so that shit fell off. So like you said, you got the crash test dummies that's out there. It's a failure system on both sides, because that continuing process of, hold on, there's certain shit that ain't allowed. The teachings of those things dropped off.
Why do you think that is?
It systematically was the eradication of the male melanated figure in the household, and the mass incarceration of black people for petty shit, and just the overall pilgrim laws and ways that they put it in. But also you had the acceptance of that role, willingly and unwillingly, by the melanated community, of this is what it is. Because some people accepted that shit. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. And that's bullshit. That's that 3 a.m. shit. See, you ready? That's bullshit. We accepted some shit that you shouldn't have accepted.
On the flip side, though, ain't that what makes niggas join the gangs too, though?
Because they need somebody to look up to.
Yeah.
Somebody to take them under the wing. Somebody to teach them some shit that the dad ain't here, or uncle ain't here, cousin ain't here. We had so many missing, supposed to be influential figures that have been taken away for so many various reasons throughout our community, so we stuck with the shit that we have today. And part of it is our fault, and part of it isn't our fault as well. So that's the truth. It's always a double-edged sword when it comes to this whole. But once you understand the game, or I'm just use fishing for an example. Fish sit back and watch the dumb fish go get the bait, and they don't ever come back. So fish be like, motherfucker, don't get me wrong, you got dumb fish. Those are the fish that the fishermen catch. The fish that's smart be big. They don't fall for the bullshit. The fucking hook, line, and sinker. It's the reason they call shit hook, line, and sinker. I get this game, this ism is here all day. It's in your face. It's like fishing. Motherfucking fish eat what they supposed to eat. Don't get me wrong. You get the dumb, hard-headed fish. You come home, mama. Motherfucker, did you avoid the hook today? Yeah. Watch your partner. Ma, he went over there to the other side of the shiny shit. Mama slap you with the fin, motherfucker. See, your boy over there with the bullshit. Y'all better learn that shit. Nature is a beast. Nature is the best teacher ever.
If you're willing to learn the lesson it's teaching you.
If you willing to learn, I'm willing to teach. Boom, 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 boom. Because things will always change.
But in regards to the OGs, I know that was my particular problem. Because my father was 100% absent. I met the nigga once when I was 16 for about 20 minutes. So I was completely absent. So I was always looking for a father figure, right? Now my mother had some my so-called uncles, right? But they was the type of, they had good jobs. They had their women. And they ain't had time for us little dusty Negroes. They'll pull up when they got a new car, show out, get praised by the family. And when we be like, man, take us to McDonald's, this and that. I mean, I was about 12. I asked one of them one time, you just want some attention from the nigga. Hey, because, you know, I look up to him, want some attention. So I was tugging on his shirt, and I said, hey, give me $1. And this nigga stopped, looked at me, said, nigga, I ain't your daddy. Fucked me up completely. Like, I got to be 30. And dude cracked a joke with me. And at this time, I was big enough to take him. And I went fucking psycho on this nigga. Fuck you. Well, dude, fuck, you know, I just went bad. Like, he was cracking a joke. And I just went bad. Nigga, we could take it to the street. And the whole family was like, fuck is wrong with you? Because, you know, this Uncle so-and-so. And I'm talking about, nigga, take it to the street. And everybody was like, what is wrong with, like, motherfuckers wondering was I on drugs. And finally, one of my cousins calmed me down to be like, okay, blood, what's really going on with you? Because what he said shouldn't have elicit. And then I got to tell my man when I was 12, I asked the nigga for $1, and he said, I ain't your daddy, and I didn't have no daddy, and the shit hurt my feelings, and whoop-de-whoop. And then I realized, for damn near 20 years.
The nigga was just telling the truth in his own way.
But for 20 years, I had been harboring that shit. And one day he cracked a joke, being friendly. I see you, nephew, but I'm looking. I've been in the weight room, and I can see this nigga eye to eye. I'm thinking about, man, you know, I said, fuck this nigga up. But that was 20 years of unhealed trauma that I had been harboring that I didn't know. But the point of the story is that even though he was saying his own truth, nigga, I ain't your daddy.
I'm laughing because I could visualize that shit. Like,
but another way he could have looked at it was, here's my nephew, my 12-year-old nephew, desperately trying to get my attention. He's looking for some, maybe I could give you $1. I could be like, what's going on with you? That was, if he'd have said a kind word to me, if he'd have said anything, if he'd have said he was going to come to my game, my life could have went in a different path. But instead, I was a ticking time bomb that had been walking around for 2 decades. I hate this nigga. And I hate this nigga because he told me I ain't your daddy when I asked him for $1. But I'm just saying, though, as I say all that to say is that some of these uncles, some of these big cousins, this and that, don't realize the difference that they can make good or bad in a little fatherless Negro. Because let me tell you something, a few years after that, 13, 14, 15, there was some niggas that was willing to play father figure. Stand right here, nigga, all day, and I'm going to give you a dub. Just yell rollers when they come.
Oh, yeah, that shit.
Or when you walk to the store, and the OG nigga that just got off the pen, and he say, what's up with you, boy? I see you. And then tell you, hey, anybody fuck with you, you let me know. Now you feel it.
Grooming.
Like, I wish a nigga would.
Right.
Grooming.
So now who you gonna be like? My uncle who had the good job, he actually worked at PG&E.
Okay.
He had a good job. Because a lot of black men back in that era working for PG&E was like top of the food chain. It's still a great job. You know what I'm saying? In that time frame. So what was a big influence on me? Unc, who worked for PG&E, who told me I ain't your daddy. Or the OG who just got out who said, if anybody fuck with you, you let me know.
Damn, that's some real shit.
So what path was I gonna take? Looking back with wisdom, well, I should have went to school and I should have did that. Looking back with wisdom, but at the time, at 15, shit, I'm gonna be like blood. I'm gonna fuck with blood. Blood fuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm safe. I'm good fucking with dude.
And you can look back on the shit and just see people choosing the off ramps. Like, he going that way, he going that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's
So I got a couple of comments. Miss Sexy March said one, and I responded to her comment, but I want y'all's input on it.
Mm-hmm.
She said from earlier, she said role models are gone.
And it's true. It's true. But in my own life, I can say that looking back on, because I am a aware nigga, I am 3 a.m. one. Sometimes I be dead tired. Sometimes I don't got time. But anytime, man, a younger man try to tap in with me, I find the energy to get at him because I know that maybe one or two just what's some meaningless words to me.
Yeah.
Could really make a profound difference in their life. So I strive to do that. So I strive to be a role model. But then I got other men who work good jobs with me and this and that, and they be like, oh, these niggas ain't listening. This and that. And I be like, well, they might not be listening now, but there might come a situation 5 or 6 years from now, the words you say to them will click in.
Eventually.
So it's not wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them be feeling like, all these youngsters ain't listening, or I ain't got time, or I got my own family to worry about.
You gotta plant the seeds.
You know, and I can't blame them when they feel like, oh, I got my own family to worry about. But then I be like, I just be knowing that, man, every kind word that somebody positive said to me, it took decades for the seed to flower. But the seed did eventually flower, and that's why I can be a family man now. That's why I can be in my kids' lives. That's why I can hold a job. That's why I can function in society, even though it took me a long time to get to this route. I got here, but I would have never got here if somebody didn't take a moment.
Right.
So, so I ain't saying y'all got to go join the boys club, be big brother, go coach little league. But if you know some young men in your life, stop to say a few words.
Your take on that comment?
Shit. I think it's some role models still here, but I feel what she was saying, because it's not like how it used to be for sure. It's less. I see more people in isolation, and some of it is not anyone's fault. I mean, we become a society where we can do every fucking thing from the house. Like, you can order food, like you can, you know what I'm saying, catch an Uber. You could catch an Uber with a driver that ain't even in it. I mean, you know what I mean? No, or you ain't want to socialize with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, it is some that's out there. I just think that, it starts within the family dynamic, and what Deshaun was saying as far as, being a father figure, and like, what Pharaoh was saying about, just being that guy, that, people look up to. It's like, we are the OGs, so I feel like it's my responsibility to start doing more of that kind of stuff, because it starts with you. You know what I'm saying? So, as women and men, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't a kid, you should be already starting to mentor somebody or teach them something or giving them good, kind words. So, like I say, it's different now. And the reason why I was bringing up the whole thing with, like, the digital world is because, like, we was outside more.
Yeah.
So we needed that. And then it's so weird because it was so much more going on outside. But kids from our era was out there at an early age, like, intertwined with that shit. And like, now kids don't even really go outside like that unless they're at some kind of event or something. Like, you rarely see kids riding a bike unless they 100 deep. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Then you like, what these niggas up to?
You know what I mean? Exactly.
What these niggas doing?
I see kids at the park and stuff now, but I don't see them like in the neighborhoods like how they used to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And anywhere, there's the suburbs or the hood. It's not the same.
True.
You came down our street, man. The girls is over there playing hopscotch.
And
These
Chinese
girls over there
jump
jumping
rope,
up. We playing tackle them.
Smear the queer, kill a pill.
On concrete.
Concrete.
Don't let it be hot.
Baseball,
We have a fire hydrant
softball.
on. You have to
And we
turn
got
and look at
together.
our street and turn around. I ain't don't even go that way.
And you know me, I'm a hood game legend. So and in my hood, we played hide and go get it. You know, and I'm just saying, I'm hide and go get a champion, retired Hall of Famer.
I remember in the '90s, I was going down the street.
That's the shit we used to do.
And cats was, they had the fire hydrant open, right?
Oh yeah.
So they put the
board.
They put the board over and said, "Come on, go!" Right? And my partner said, "Hey man, don't trust that shit." And I'm like, I went peace. And as soon as I got right there, they let me have it. I couldn't even be mad, right? Because I realized that they were smirking the whole time that they were saying, "Come on," but I'm just saying those that I ain't seen that since the '90s, where cats would open the fire hydrants and
have
like
fun.
I don't think they even do that anymore. I ain't seen it.
Just have super fun. Like, so when I responded to Miss Sexy March response to what I told her, I said that's true and false. Role models are here. They just aren't shown and looked to by mainstream society. Because you do have a bunch of organizations that's out here doing a lot of work, like the 100 Black Men in the Bay Area. You know, some of my frat brothers is members of that, and some of my coworkers and partners are in that organization. You got my fraternal organization. We do a lot of shit. And like you got Fab and them and Unc and them doing their thing with the youngsters and
Fab did his big school giveaway.
School giveaway, yeah. You know, you got
20th
Marshawn doing his thing. You got so many people. God damn, Jay Style and them doing a bunch. You got a bunch of cats, filthy. You got a bunch of cats doing a lot of positive give back to the community that isn't. Shown a lot in the media. Don't get me wrong; these individuals are putting it on their pages, and they people and on their teams is posting it too.
Right.
But a lot of people
are unaware that this is even going on.
Right. And because everybody wants to be on the get rich quick scheme and the whole, you know, the super twerk videos and the massive sexuality that's thrust upon us. Which don't get me wrong, I like looking at tits and ass. I'm a fucking guy, a straight man at that, but. Yeah, we love looking at tits and ass. Who the fuck don't? But that's what's thrown upon us. But then you have the people who ain't listening because they ain't got no batteries in their hearing aid. That's doing the bullshit. And they don't have, or I ain't gonna say, no, I'm not gonna make an excuse, but I will make an excuse. You like that I give myself out always. Maybe they're not privy to the information because sometimes it's not pushed out as much as all the negative shit that you can go get high anywhere. You know, you can. How many kids know, and whether they're elementary, junior high, or high school, where they can go to get further some education or whatever without being looked on as you a nerd, you a this, oh, you on that bullshit or whatever. But 50 million kids will tell you how to do some bullshit. They promote the bullshit.
It'll all pop up all over your algorithm.
All over. You know what I'm saying? All that shit gets promoted and put on blast and promoted with fucking the prominence of high school king or queen of the prom type shit. But hey, we doing this over here, or like, you know, matter of fact, speaking of the homie Kat Bobineau, she's a scientist doing big shit with STEM and all this, and she's got a book that she does, you know, with her. She got her son in the book Carter Can Be. It's a positive thing for melanated kids, for parents that with STEM and doing this and rocking them with the Kingmakers and shout out to Chris and then with Kingmakers. You know, you got all these positive organizations that's doing a lot, you know, and they're making progress, but they don't get the headlines that the other fluff and bullshit get.
Not at all.
I think too, like I was saying too, like a lot of that shit you gotta go to though. You gotta like be a part of It was a time where, that shit was like out and amongst you, like around your house type shit, like next door, a couple houses down, around the corner type shit. And that's why I think it seems like it's not a lot, but I think it's just kind of evolved, and you gotta be more diligent and go after it and go, go find it. Like these kids gotta be having parents that's looking and people that's trying to tell them to go to, different, the therapy sessions or whatever it is, encouraging the shit.
I went to one and Tyrone and Brother Broski was there. We sat
Shout
together.
out to the Broski.
Oh yeah,
man.
shout out Broski, man.
That's my guy. Ant said something too. He said, "Why do guys think young guys have strayed so far away from gaining knowledge from the ones who came before them?" He said he remembers being a youth and begging for real stories from them and problem solving.
Well, in my opinion, it's been the desegregation of the community, right? We spread out. When I was a kid, all the black people lived here, right? One thing, when I was a kid, my grandmother's name was Eastern Stars, right?
Shout out to
And they'd have the meetings.
Shout out to the
When the parades would come, they'd have on their gear, but they would go down and have this and that. They would also be respectable that they could walk up and say, cut that foolishness out. Stuff like that, right?
Right.
Well, but now we live in a generation where, see, when I was a kid, that's Miss So-and-so house, that's Mr. So-and-so, that's this and that, right? I asked the family was, right? I don't know a soul on my street. I'm talking about people that live on this side of me, this side of me, across the street from me. I don't know their names, nothing, right? And many of us live in neighborhoods where we don't know our neighbors. So I don't know if they Masons, I don't know if they Eastern, I don't know if that, so we don't have that sense of community. When we had that sense of community, you had people in the community who could be them type of point people. Well, the young people nowadays is growing up in a generation where you don't have no accountability. Like when we go certain places, there were certain things we couldn't do because, oh shit, they're gonna miss so-and-so and she know my mama.
Yeah, discernment. You couldn't do shit because everything came with consequences.
But now, there's none of that, and a lot of that is because people don't realize at one point Oakland was 45% black, now it's 24% black.
And dropping.
You know what I'm saying? So
stop selling Big Mama's house. One of my coworkers is looking at buying a house.
facts.
And hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at some of these prices for houses in Oakland, and I'm like,
It's outlandish.
no. I've been seeing some cool shit. And here's the
But
thing.
that's a cool ain't the regular.
Interest rates are so high.
They drop. No, interest rates are dropping.
They
That's
better.
another thing. Interest rates are dropping. But
Where they at now? Because that shit was at 6.5 a minute ago.
it's dropping. It's dropping. But some of these housing prices I'm seeing, and these are, smaller units, because you know me, I'm a businessman. I'm looking into, you help me make me rich by it, but I can help you help me. That's me. And it's not a
Shit, don't get rich then.
it's not a pimp hoe thing or none of that. It's I buy it, I'll rent it to you, and I want my money when it's due. I don't want to do the bullshit. But I'm looking at some shit that's got me like, if I can make some shit happen with a few properties, I'm man, like a hooker with a bag of dicks.
Dropped a little bit.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, shit.
I-23 ain't good, but it beats 6.8.
Yeah, shit, it was like.
That last property we got, we was 3.5.
Yeah,
Well, that shit lower than that.
3.49. I was like, yes.
The golden era, boy.
I don't even need to go back to 3.49. I just need to get the range.
Yeah.
Because
That's like
right now it's
5%.
double.
Yeah, that was the lowest in history when it hit 3.4.
Hey, I want to cop some shit. I want to cop some shit at 8%.
3.4 was the lowest it ever went. I'm talking about the Fed rate, not your mortgage loan, like the Fed rate.
Hey, I want to cop some shit at 8%.
Ooh.
Shit, yeah.
Back in the thing when they was like, the rates was 7, but they said if you do no docs.
They add a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, But I was gonna get some money back at the closing. I was like, where do you sign now?
No dog stay out of point.
Besides, it was a hustle. Yeah. But now, when I'm trying to be a responsible human being, you can't come to me with no 8% rate.
And the thing about it is, like, with now looking like I love this shit because it's free flowing conversation. If y'all got comments, y'all please comment, because we will talk about your comment and the conversation will flow towards that. The more, like I said, looking at Oakland, and I'm looking at these houses, and I'm not talking about no super big houses. I mean just property in the town. And Oakland has a higher sale tax and whatnot.
And they just added a supplement tax that I had to go pay.
$2,800. You pay these super taxes, but
one-time supplement.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's worth it when it comes to the plan of everything that's going on in the town, because once they do what they trying to do, if y'all let them succeed in this, moving y'all way the fuck out of away from airport, railway, waterway, if y'all continually fuck up where you live here and make the prices go up or down, and move out and sell in Big Mama's house, or because I don't want to deal with this shit no more. No, police our communities. You got to start teaching these young kids.
And I'm here to say, even if you want to live way out, make sure you got you at least a vacant lot or something here with the roots are at. Because I eventually plan on moving way out, but I'm going to have about 3-4 properties here before I do leave.
Yeah.
Oakland about to be nice.
Shit, it's nice with me in it.
Yeah. I mean, and the people that's making a lot of the news, the bad headlines, like you said earlier, probably 80% of them don't even live here. But that's
they come literally active food and
that's the story. That's the stories that run, because that's the propaganda and what's put out there for y'all to see. If I'm running a website that shows predominantly, crime against a particular race or ethnicity, and I'm showing a particular rate of just crime in an area, I don't show nothing good, that of course I'm gonna get tens, 100, maybe 1,000 followers, because I'm showing shit. They like, see, that's fucked up, and all that. But that's because I'm showing you the bad shit.
Exactly. A lot of y'all need to look into what's called the U visa. And then start saying, let's get you fast track to citizenship, and they started educating them on one of the ways was if you're a victim of violent crime. And then
who all of a sudden had a bunch of violent crimes against them, and it was perpetuated in the media, social media, broadcast news media. Y'all better understand the rules in the game that's in
if
front
you
of
brought grandma over and grandma didn't have no citizenship, like they bring her over saying, "Oh, I'm pregnant. She gonna stay here for 2 months and hold baby." But of course, when the 2 months is up, she stay here, right? Well, then grandma goes down maybe a year or two later and claims that big black man mugged me. They don't question it. They write the report. Now you can go down and get your U visa saying, I was a victim of a violent robbery. Now grandma is a citizen.
Y'all better understand what's going on.
And that's why there was a sudden epidemic of all these hate crimes and robberies and this and that, because they saw that this was a way to pimp getting citizenship. And then if you use that traditional boogeyman, big black man.
Oh yeah, that fits every description.
Yeah. But then a couple of the high profile cases where it's like, look at this big black man, and then you find out that they was hired to do that by, like they had this one where there was an Asian dentist. The lady they pulled up, they killed her. There's a couple cases like that where it was high profile and everybody was like, oh, and then you come to find out that it was either staged or the black assailants was hired to do this. And that just goes to show. We've always said it. When you see certain headlines in the media pointing at painting the same narrative, I ain't no conspiracy theorist, but I'm just saying that's usually a rat. So when you smell a rat, you know what's happening.
For real though. I mean, and it's loopholes. It's just like, we look at the orange blood running for president, and everybody on them body's taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason he's there, the reason he's able to be a convicted felon and run for president, which I'm
it's amazing. That should have disqualified him. I thought.
Yeah, because the rules and you have people in place who support your movement. That's what y'all need to understand. The melanated community, and when I say melanated, I mean any type of melanin in you. And I'm not just saying quote unquote black people.
Tim.
Tim, what's happening, bro? Shout out to Tim out there watching Detroit and all them out there.
I'm on 8 Mile myself right now.
The brown community, all that. Everybody's is descendants of the Most High.
Yeah.
Look at this shit and understand how these people is playing games. Everything. Y'all keep thinking. I mean, remember in the 80s, we were told that, and I'm air quoting this because I don't identify as black. Black people were the majority of people on welfare. That has always been bullshit. That has never been the major majority of people who are on public assistance. This never has been. In the history of public assistance, there's never been. But we let people tell us and dictate shit to us, and we swallowed that shit like somebody's BM gonna swallow niggas tonight.
Angel Stan, what's up? Hey, I need to holler at you, Angel.
How you doing, Angel? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I'm spitting facts.
Angel's got a hell of a story. She's wrote some books, and she's gonna be making some movies. She's tapped in with Thomas Carter.
Oh, Thomas,
and I Catch a Spot. Angel,
we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna work it out to get you here.
In fact, we need you down here as a guest, Angel, telling your story.
Like I'm saying though, we've been given the gas chamber, the banana in the tailpipe for so long.
And we went hook, line, and sinker.
Fishing reference once again, y'all get that? Man, I'm a fisherman. They call it fishing, not catching. You understand what I'm saying? This shit, man, it's all in your fucking face. This shit you'll get at 3 in the morning.
But say that other part again that you just said before that.
The part where yeah, because like I said, the shit where it's perpetuated between us and we fall for it hook, line, and sinker, and we fall for it and it's put into our subconscious because we believe it and run out there feeling guilty about, exactly, we feel guilty about it, so we, like you said, repeat it, that blabbermouth shit, you vomiting. It's like, you wonder why yawning is addictive. Why? Because that's some shit that you just spread out. Yawning, y'all yawning that shit out there. Man, you get this shit at 3 in the morning. Let me give it to you right now. Y'all need to understand what the fuck is going on and stop falling for the bullshit. Banana in the tailpipe. Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cop. I'm in the back seat of the car laughing at both of the pilgrims in the front seat because I don't fuck with them.
Angel, hit me in the DMs and we'll set it up for you to come through.
We will, definitely. We'll definitely make it happen. On some good shit. We just had Summer Jam.
Yeah.
This weekend.
Jeezy, E40.
It was an all-bay edition.
Yeah. Filthy Rich.
They had some other.
Stunner. LaRussell, which is my favorite artist. Yeah. Hey, did y'all see Richie Rich, man? Just tell you what Event Rich is. Rich falls.
Yeah.
Tears his ACL.
No, it was his knee. ACL's ankle.
Oh, okay. But he's laying there, right?
No, ACL isn't in there. My bad.
But Rich laying there, and Rich old school vet. Old school vets know the show must go on. Rich, flat on his back, with one leg incapacitated, starts spitting.
Kept it going.
Because one of the things you grew up with, as if you're an old school entertainer, is
the show must go on.
Then no tickets get sold, you still go out there and rock it. It's only 20% capacity in there. That 20% still finna get the show. The mic go out, the sound go out, then you rock that shit a cappella. But the thing is that you gone. I see young artists now on videos where something ain't right, and they get to going bad with the sound man and walk off the stage. Yeah. Like these people that are here didn't pay to see you.
Right.
No, the show must go on no matter what. I seen one time back in the days, Hammer did a show in New York, and the New York cast was hating, and they hit the thing out, and Hammer just said, "Hey, everybody, just be quiet," and they kept spitting because
the show must go on. I came to rock, I got paid to rock, and I'm gonna rock, and that's what the fuck I'm gonna do, and you're gonna love it. Why? Because I am him.
Rich literally left off of that stage into an ambulance and is now in a wheelchair. But guess what?
He was at Summer Jam on crutches.
But the first couple days, but I'm saying though is that, man, he ripped that shit. People don't understand that concept. And in life, that's also a lesson in life.
Yes.
Shit ain't quite right. This ain't that. It ain't lined up. And people ain't fucking with you how you think they should. Always remember.
Controller, master of ceremonies.
Say that. Because there's a generation that don't know that.
So a lot of motherfuckers that get on the mic and just blah 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 with no stage presence. You know, but that performance right there, that's a Hall of Fame performance in itself, because you dealt with adversity, tragedy, and he didn't break a sweat. No. He didn't lose composure.
Didn't panic.
Didn't panic. And he kept it going, and the shit was raw, and it was epic. That is a Hall of Fame first ballot performance. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
And Rich been doing this for 30 plus years.
Hey,
West Coast artist to sign the Def Jam.
Yeah. So let's keep it a buck. That man is a legend.
Yeah, shit. Shout out to all them niggas though. I felt the energy, man, from like all the, especially the Oakland artists, man. Rocking Summer Jam. For a lot of them, it was their first Summer Jam, and it was at home. So, you know, man, shout out to all the niggas, man. Styling, Jay Styling, Filthy, Prezi, ripped it. Man, it was
that boy Dame.
Because I come from an era when Bay artists. Shout out to D-Lo, I come from an era when if Bay artists was congregated just backstage socializing, niggas would be like, "Hey, shut the show down. Security, clear these niggas out like they ain't want us backstage, let alone getting on the stage.
On the venue.
Right.
Like literally, they would be like, "Stop." And then Short and them had that fight. And I was at Summer Jam when they had to pull Biggie's limo up to the stage because they was in such fear that somebody was gonna get at him. And then they jumped, and KC and JoJo was out on stage performing when niggas was in the back fighting. They had us, they damn near didn't want a Bay Area artist even buy a ticket to come. Like, you didn't want us in the crowd. And to now see the evolution when it was an all Bay thing, and you had cats like Filthy up there, Fab, Stalin. Like, that was, if you really knew the evolution of this thing, when they would proudly tell the delinquents, y'all got the hottest record in the streets.
But we not feeling it.
Exactly.
And that's some cold shit.
When they would proudly not play Totally Insane. When they would proudly not play Cold World Hustlers. They would be proud of themselves.
At IMP.
Exactly.
And hey, them groups you named is in my top 10 all-time Bay Area groups.
Like Father said, the branches. Imagine the branches of their career if Totally Insane, shout out to Totally Insane, or if IMP, or the Delinquents, or them type of groups would have got that heavy rotational cameo. Because people don't understand, in the 90s, some of those stations like B95 in Fresno, there were stations that would literally come, and whatever Cameo's playlist was, they would just take Cameo's playlist and play that. So if you got a rotational cameo, just imagine the impact.
Us three and everybody else on our circle have had the same conversation for 20 years. Every other area put on for their people.
Yes.
The Bay Area should always have the way they did the Summer Jam, there should always be a Bay Area, some super shit here showcasing our talent. Here. That should be the norm. Everybody else does that. Everybody else does that.
People forget Master P once had a song called Motherfuck Cameo.
Hey.
And Master P was the biggest thing in all of hip hop. This man.
Remember Short did, man. It was
$100
better than
million?
Short.
This man was selling 100 million records and
And I'm
couldn't get
not
no
hating
word
on the radio
KML.
station now, because I don't listen to regular radios,
Right.
but I'm just keeping it politically. I'm just keeping it real.
Right.
I ain't gonna say politically correct because that's a cop out, but I'm just saying. I just remember back in the days, it was some sucker shit going on with radio stations. Not
Mean Green said, "What's going on with you boys out there in the Bay Area?" He said, "Man, I heard y'all got Chinese and white boys dictating who get on the air. Y'all allowing that out there?" And I was like, "Well, that's just how it's structured. That's what KML hired." And dude said, "Man, y'all need a Jay Prince out there because, man, we went up there about 100 deep. And that we got that playlist. We got that playlist together."
Yeah.
And that always rung in there because when we would go to places in the South, it would be black DJs. They would play the mainstream, whatever's happening on Def Jam, this and that, but they would also play what's hot in the streets of whatever's happening in that city.
Right.
And KML was not playing what was hot in the streets.
right.
I give Big Von shout. It wasn't until the hyphy movement with the team and Federation.
Shout out to Goldie and the Federation.
The
and
Federation, the
Cuz I need
team.
you on the show. Me and we was chopping it up
What's the
too.
mother boy's name? Locksmith now. What was
Oh,
that group
Frontline.
name? Frontline.
Yeah.
When that little era came with Frontline, the Federation, and the team, that's when they started giving some Bay Area cats some burn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But-
that was a good couple years.
Right, but before that, you maybe got a midnight, half a spin
Right.
and stuff. So it was crazy. KML could have done.
Damn, the
I know they're a
Midnight
corporation, but they could have done so much more to build this infrastructure and this movement.
Facts.
Hey, that's real.
And now, I mean, so I guess it's a beautiful thing now that you get cats like Filthy being
Shout out
able to get up on them stages and stuff like
They're
that.
doing
But
their thing.
But that's the beauty too, man. That these youngsters have access to. We always talk about it, but it's like shit. They damn near can't really block you no more because of social media.
Right.
Shit, you can go right around their ass. So
Well,
now,
because
They
the
still-
Russell is
they
the
still got
absolute
shadow,
truth.
yeah,
Well,
no, they do.
It's
I'm just
your
saying.
homegrown shit. If you build your homegrown shit now, well, I think what happens is
You can
double-edged
force them to
sword.
give you a reason.
A real artist, you probably don't have to go through a major label nowadays. You
Because I
don't.
fuck with the Russell
'Cause
hard.
You can, and he's living proof of the soil of just being true to that dream of I can do it and we gonna do it and I'm gonna keep it in house because the major labels.
And I fuck with Larry June.
Oh, that's my. Oh my God. Hey, you saw my. I fucks with Larry June all day, bruh. If we get you on the show, what's happening? I don't give a
I
fuck.
fuck with Larry June. And I fuck
Larry
with
June
Russell.
been cracking for
But
a
then they
minute.
kicked that real shit too, though.
Russell been cracking for a minute. And I don't follow a lot of the artists out now. I don't, not even
Right.
because I feel like I'm here, I'm there. I just be so
Oh,
busy.
and I also fuck
don't
with
have a lot of
Camouflage
time.
Rail.
Camouflage all day. My nigga right to the left. Yeah, we fuck with that.
I fuck with that nigga
My
too.
live wire
On the real
niggas.
level. If
You know
this
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
just my nigga and
FOB
somebody came and
niggas.
played it, I'd be
Yeah.
like, this shit slap.
Yeah.
Right on.
And plus that it's my nigga, that magnifies it.
But hey, all I'm saying is the we here have, and when I say here, I mean the Bay. We have the fucking golden key. We just gotta pay
Always
homage
have.
and hold it all true. And back to my original point of saying how this summer jam was a Bay focused. With you had some other headliners, don't get me wrong, but it was a Bay focus. There should always be a Bay focus
And shout
between
out Fab
everybody.
for really seeing that vision.
That,
He-
bro, hey,
he
absolute.
He hosted the whole Bay
Yeah.
part of the event, and really, I think, had a lot to do with. Not I
Yeah,
think
that
he
man-
had a lot to do with. making
I
it
always
happen.
salute bro, because he does his shit, and him and everything they be doing, I
Always
salute
represent
and respect
correctly.
it because yeah, they do it. It's all good and all love. But hey, it's Friday. Tell everybody where they can find y'all at. Let's go ahead.
You can find me, man, across the board, man, at Feral Films, man.
Yeah, man, and it's your boy Camouflage. I'm on the gram, KAMMFLAGE. Camouflage or real. or you could look me up. I got my Twitter back going, man. Camouflage D-Jack, man. And shit, man. Just you can find me here every Friday at 6 p.m. Really.
Don't hide it, divide it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just joking, but I'm serious. But
And check out my new album, man.
hey,
Reverse Engineering.
man. Y'all go support my guys. Stream that shit. Y'all like and subscribe. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Miss Sexy Mar, I see you, sis. Thank you. And Von Trapper, what's good? Hey, Von, you got to get up here. That vibe soon. We gonna, cause that's supposed to be happening. We having that. Hey, but for real, everybody, like, subscribe, share the page. If you got a business, rapper, an artist, writer, if you got something going on and you feel you wanted to be a part of the show one day, man, reach out to any one of us, please. Let's make it happen. I'm all about supporting us and the movement. Everything we do, I like to have fun, you know. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I really do, because I mean, y'all could be doing anything. Marcus Carr, you just tuning in. What's happening? I see your name popped up. I'm telling you what's up. Just in case you think we was bullshitting. We live. I see you popped. Your name popped up. How you doing, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Watch the shit from the beginning. Share, like, share, subscribe. Everybody, once again, from the bottom of my heart, man, I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's keep the shit moving. More shit to come in the future. You know, summer's about to end soon. Labor Day's coming up. Labor, and I don't believe in manual labor.
Not at all.
I'm going to take the day off. You know what I'm saying? It's college time.
I hustle with finesse.
I got to take my son to school tomorrow. Paying tuition, I pay tuition cash. Like Randy Moss, straight cash on me. But I'm just saying, it's a lot. Shout out to everybody going back to school, the college kids. You know what I'm saying?
Double D, the college kid.
Shout out to everybody. Oh, shout out to Double D, the college kid. Shout out to everybody doing their thing. Have fun. Peace, love, prosperity. And if you ain't with us, fuck you.
Peace.
Nigga, bye, damn.